Hey Alexa, why do I have resistance in my life?
Here's something I found on the web. According to NIH.gov, resistance is a signal to change strategies.
Well, there you have it, folks. Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Thanks for staying with me. My name is Matt Jones, and I help people to empower their lives. So, as you heard Alexa so eloquently put it, the idea we're talking about today is changing strategy, really. But the main subject
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Unbelievable. Thank you, Alexa. So the main strategy we're talking about today is resistance, okay? Now, resistance in life creates a lot of negative feelings and negative emotions that really do not help us on our journey. Resistance is defined as the act or power of resisting, opposing, or withstanding, okay? Now, when we have resistance in our life, that's okay. It's completely natural. But we always have the choice to accept the resistance, or we have the power to deny the resistance, which only really creates more resistance. So, this is a powerful phrase I need you to understand today. What we resist persists. What we resist persists in life, okay? So, the simplest way to explain that is that when we resist changes, what is persistent is how we currently are. So if there's something that we want to accomplish, if say, we want to be happier, but we just keep being sad and feeling sorry for ourselves, what's going to persist is being completely unhappy, right? So when we resist the ways to change and be happy, we are persistently unhappy, okay? So I wanted to come up with some examples of these forms of resistance in our everyday lives. And the first one here is procrastinating important things. So the things we want to accomplish in our life, the goals, the tasks, whatever it be, let's say, we want to increase our health and be happier, live a more vibrant, energetic life, right? That's something that, a lot of people tend to procrastinate. If we put off, perhaps being financially independent, right? If we put off doing the tools and doing the things that we need to do to try to increase our income, maybe we want to start a business. And if we procrastinate on these things, that creates this resistance within us and creates this negative cycle of emotions and thoughts, right? Another thing is fear of the unknown, right? So let's say we fear a situation. If we fear having a conversation with somebody, right? It creates this anxiety and this tension and this resistance within us that only makes us more anxious in the end, and it doesn't really help anything, does it? Next thing, debt and finances. So if you've ever had trouble with money or you've worried about money and had debt, you can realize that money and debt can really just crush your spirit, can it? It's just a terrible feeling. And when we resist that debt, we tend to just ignore it and push it away, don't we? So all we're doing is actually bringing more debt into our life, right? Okay, and then number 4, bad habits, whatever that be, maybe drinking, smoking, whatever that is. When we resist changing the habit, then what persists is that bad habit, isn't it? And, the idea of resistance, the whole reason that we have such a problem with it is because we truly feel it in our lives, don't we? We feel resistance. And that is in the form of the emotions, which are things like guilt, shame, fear, and sadness, right? So these are very low vibrational frequency states to be in your life. They do not make you feel good. They only make you feel worse. And remember, with the law of attraction, where your energy goes, where your focus goes, your energy goes, right? It's all in the law of attraction. We attract what we think and feel. So when we're attracting all these things that we resist and feeling the emotions of guilt and shame and fear, we're only going to bring more of that into our life, right? So what we want to do is shift to the happy emotions and really raise our vibration to really make lasting changes in our life. So these are common forms of resistance here, okay? Now, to get to the idea of letting go, to let go of this resistance, to push it away. Instead of doing that, instead of wanting to just push it away all the time, but if we want to eradicate it from our lives, we have to learn to accept it more. Okay, right? Because when we deny the resistance, we're only going to get more of it. So the way that you create the habit of transforming yourself is by accepting it and being honest about it. Okay? So the first thing about letting go is change the story. So one of the problems in our lives is that we always want to have control. And this comes from our ego. Right? We always want to control our lives. Things have to go this way. They have to go that way. I have to do this. If I don't do this, this isn't going to happen. You know, maybe give yourself a little bit of patience. Maybe you need to give yourself a little bit more time. Maybe you need to stop being so hard on yourself. Right? So maybe you need to change the story on what's going on in your head during the day. Right? So think about the story that you're telling yourself every single day. And instead of coming from a place of ego, try to come to a place of gratitude and appreciation for what you're doing in your life, and then you can reevaluate and reassess. Okay? Now, another way to let go is to change the beliefs and thoughts, right? So if the emotions and the thoughts we have every day, those habits, you know, they're ingrained in our psyche. They're ingrained within our mind and in our body. So if you don't feel that perhaps you're worthy, you know, why do you feel that way? You know, how can you change that? If you don't feel that you deserve something, you know, that negative self-talk is not going to raise your vibration. It's only going to bring you down, down, down. And those negative thoughts and emotions are going to weigh heavily on whatever you want to do, whether you want to accomplish something major or you want to, you know, fall in love or, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. What is that story and those thoughts that are going on in your head? If you change the thoughts, you change the story. You change your beliefs, right? You can completely change your entire outlook on life. You can completely change how you feel on a daily basis, right? You know, we are powerful beings, and we have the ability to manipulate our mind and our emotions. So never forget that. We do have the power. Okay, and then the third, change the focus and raise your vibration. So as I said, with the law of attraction, where our focus goes, energy flows, right? So what you want to do is change from a place of fear to gratitude, right? You want to change from a place of guilt to happiness, a place of sadness to positivity. We want to raise our vibration. And when we have that resistance in our life, when we have this resistance and we're feeling it, learn to analyze it and sit in it a little bit and go, what's going on here, right? Because resistance is a good thing. Look at resistance as a positive thing. Resistance is our internal guiding system, and it's trying to tell us that something's not right. Something's not flowing. Something's wrong. So it's like it's another person whispering in your ear, isn't it? So it is information, and it might be telling you something very, very important. So when we feel these feelings, these negative thoughts of resistance, what we can learn to go is, you know, maybe I should just relax and breathe. Is this as bad as I think it is? Why am I feeling resistance on this? Why do I feel like really fearful about this meeting coming up? What's the worst thing that could happen? Maybe I should just change that, you know? And that's just one example. But guys, when you start thinking about this concept every single day, wherever you go in life, when you let go, man, it is life changing. You can like let your shoulders drop and you just feel good. And whatever you have going on in life, you just learn to be a little bit more present and move with greater ease and just be happier. You can have better conversations with people. Maybe there's someone in your life who you dread having conversations with. Maybe just instead of feeling the dread before the conversation, think of being grateful and thinking, how can I make this a great interaction? What do I want from this relationship? How can I raise my vibration and try to make things a little bit easier on myself and make this a better experience? You know? So start thinking about this resistance a little bit every day in your life, guys, and start to think about it from a place of appreciation And then you can start to really let that resistance go, right? You can let go of that guilt, shame, fear, sadness, and go, I have no reason to be sad. I'm so grateful. I have a roof over my head, right? I have a job, right? People love me. There's always something to be grateful for. And when you live in that vibrational abundance, man, your life really changes. And, you can just live every day a little bit more happy, live every day a little bit more fulfilled, and raise other people's vibrations, right? So whatever it is you want to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in life, whatever you're doing, pay attention to it and appreciate it, all right? So please leave me your thoughts and ideas on this. If this was helpful to you guys, I hope you got some value out of it. If you did, please click the like button and the subscribe button. And I'm going to be coming out with a lot more videos like this. And that's really all for me. So thank you so much for listening to this video, guys. And I just want to wish you all the best. Lots of love, happiness, and success. Till next time. Hi guys, thanks again for listening to the podcast. I really, really appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, please leave a nice review on iTunes, and that helps me to spread the message to even more people. And also feel free to join me on YouTube. Go to the YouTube search bar and simply type in Life 2.0 Podcast Matt Jones, and you can find me on there. I have a lot more videos and ideas and information on personal development and more of my story, and I would really love to hear from you guys. All right, guys, thank you so much. Lots of love.